Hello everyone. In this session, we will try to understand what a verb is. You consider these sentences. Today, Mahinder is very happy. Rajan works as a carpenter. We have 20 acres of land. Now, try to identify the verb in each sentence. The first sentence is the verb and works is the verb in second sentence. And in the last sentence, yes, have is the verb. Now let us understand what those three verbs are telling about the subject. The first sentence, today Mahinder is very happy. So the verb is here talking about the status or condition of the subject. So here the verb is talking about the state of mind of Mahinder, how it is very happy. To consider the second sentence, the verb works is actually speaks about action of the subject. What Rajan does, he works as a carpenter. And in the last sentence, the verb have is talking about the possession. Possession means what we own is called our possession. What the speakers have, 20 acres of land. So 20 acres of land can be called their possession. So from these three examples, what we have understood, a verb is a word that tells about status or action or possession of the subject. So a verb in a sentence may tell any of these three things about the subject. But remember, a verb in a sentence will not tell all the three things. It tells any one of these three things about the subject. So now let us try to understand different types of verbs. First one, be verbs. What are these be verbs? These are the verbs that tell about the status or condition of the subject. In present tense, we use am, is, and are. In the past tense, was, were. In future, we use be. So these are the be verbs that we use in different tenses. And when we use these verbs, we actually try to talk about the status or condition of the subject. Apart from these six, we also have two more be verbs, being and been, which are present participle and past participle. So, see the examples. They are happy now. Here the verb are, which is a be verb, is talking about the mental status of the subject. How is their mind? They are very happy. Mentally, they are very happy. She was tall. Here, the verb was is talking about the physical condition of the lady. She was tall. And you're poor. So, here the verb are is talking about the financial condition or the financial status of the subject. And the last sentence you see, I shall be very famous tomorrow. Here the verb is be and it's talking about the social status. So like that, all the be verbs, they talk about only the status of the subject. And these be verbs function as helping verbs in progressive or continuous tenses. So you can find these be verbs as helping verbs in continuous tenses, and when they appear as main verbs, they talk about the status or condition of the subject. And you can see the agreement of be verbs with personal pronouns. First, second, and third person pronouns we have here, and according to the tense, which be verbs we use with all those different pronouns can be seen from this table, which is very helpful to you. Well, Another type of verbs is do verb. And these do verbs, they are hundreds and thousands in number. And do verbs usually we call them as V1, V2, V3s. You can see here the V1 group. These verbs are used in present tense and their past forms are called V2s. Went, came, tried, spoke, taught, like that. These are all past forms. And the third group is V3s. To indicate present tense, we use V1s. To indicate past, we use V2s. But we don't use V3s to indicate future. Again, we use V1s only, but in combination with modal, auxiliary, shall or will to indicate future. Okay, so these do verbs tell about the action done by the subject. And in present tense, we use V1 or V1s. In past tense, we use V2. And in future, as I told you, we use again V1 only, but in combination with shall or will. See the examples. She works as a trainer in a gym. Here, works is a verb, indicates the action. They visited us last year. This is a past action. When did they visit us? Last year. They visited. And you will get a job next year. This is future. So first one is present, second one is past, and the third one is future. And among all these do verbs, there is only one verb, that is do, that functions as helping verb in simple present and in simple past tenses. And all other verbs, they do not function as helping verbs. And here you can see the do verbs agreement with personal pronouns. Persons, first person. What are the pronouns? I, we. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, it, they. And when we use do verbs, how to use them, you will understand from this table. You can replace this do with any other do verbs, like you can use take. If you replace this do with a take, it becomes like I take, we take, you take, he takes, she takes, it takes, and they take, like that. You can replace this do with any other do verbs. Now the last group of verbs is have verbs. And these have verbs, they tell about what the subject has or own, what the subject owns is denoted by these have verbs. And in present tense, there are two have verbs, have and has. In past tense, there is only one, had, and in future, there is only have. Of course, but we use have in combination with shall or will to indicate future. And see the example. She has a pet dog with her. Has. What she has? A pet dog. This is present tense. We have a meeting now. This is also present tense, because here the subject matters. We is the first person, so we use have, whereas she is the third person singular, we use has. Both belong to present tense. They had a talk yesterday, had, past tense, indicating a past thing. And possession, you will have your own house next year. This is future. Okay. And these have verbs, they appear as helping verbs in all the three perfect tenses: present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect tense. And from this table again, you can understand the agreement between have verbs and the personal pronouns. Now let us check your comprehension about verb. Here you can see there are some 12 sentences, and after trying to understand the meaning of the sentence, you decide whether we need a be verb or a do verb or a have verb. First one, you can see here, I dash a cat named Fluffy. So I, what do we here? It indicates possession. So we need a have verb here. So a have verb is required here to fill up the blank. Second one, she dash her homework every evening. It is indicating some action, no? So we need a do verb here. So she does her homework means which is a do verb. And in the third case, they dashed to the park yesterday. We do have. So they dashed to the park. So they might have gone to the park. Going is an action. So it's a do verb we require to fill up this blank. Dash you hungry? So it is about status. So we need a be verb to complete. Are you hungry? We dash a great time at the party. Had. We had a great time at the party. He dashed a new car. So he had a new car or he has a new car. It is possession. So we need a have verb here. Dash you like ice cream? So here it is about liking and it is a question form and we need a do verb as a helping verb. So do. The students a test tomorrow. So here students will take a test. Taking is an action. So do. Taking is a do verb. Take. So we need a do verb here. In the ninth case, my sister dash a birthday next week. So my sister has a birthday next week. Then we dash a lot of work to do. We have so much work to do. Have the movie very interesting condition. So we need a be verb. The movie is very interesting. Is a be verb. Now here choose the right verb to fill in the blank. Fill the blank. You have two options in each sentence. Raghu dash a scooty. Which verb is correct here? Have or has? Raghu is third person singular, so V1S. So has we use. Second sentence, Radha dash her homework regularly. Do or does. Again, Radha is also third person singular. So does is the suitable verb here. My father. My father can be replaced with he. So third person singular. So V1S tries. My father tries his best to make me happy. Indians, third person plural. So we use just V1, respect. Indians respect other religions besides theirs. Mahender, have or has. You, have. I, away with the birds. I am away with the birds makes no sense. Similarly, are. So I have a way with the birds. She writes novels or she writes novels? She writes novels. We have a long discussion or we has? We have. And your brother, which can be replaced with he. So he makes. Your brother makes much noise in the class. That's all about verb. Hope you understood. Thank you.